Whoa, whoa. Can you guys hear me now? Cheers. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope everything is well. Let's just make sure everything is working pretty well. Cheers. Welcome to the stream. So, if you can hit the like button, I would appreciate it. So, as promised, I'm doing these streams. I said 8 o'clock, well, 8:15. Here I am. I'm sure there's a delay. Let me know if you got sound now. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Ruby. Cheers. How are you, everybody? Hope everything is well. Yeah. What's going on here? Oh, a little bright. All right. It's working. Good. All right. Sound is good. So, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Everything looks and sounds good. All right, cool. If you look below, you'll see there's a link for the Discord channel, a server. There's over 2,500 people, so I invite you to join if you want. Continue the conversations there. So let me just get to the JavaScript right now. So, will JavaScript be replaced anytime soon? Short answer is no. End of video. All right. Somebody beat me to my joke. Okay, not the end of the video. We'll need the top 3 reasons why you will not see JavaScript be replaced at all. There's zero chance of that. Number 1, JavaScript is way too dominant. These lessons, by the way, these 3 points, they apply to any technology, any language. So they're good. They're good things to keep in mind when you're looking at technologies in the future. So number 1, JS is just too dominant. It's way too dominant. I think it's the most popular programming language out there, according to the list, or most used anyway. It's used in the client. That means web browsers, used on the server. And on the client side, and the web browser, there's basically no competition for it, realistically. So that in of itself is going to guarantee that JavaScript will not be replaced, even if you think TypeScript or some other language is better. It's just not going to happen. So number one, JS is too dominant. When you have technologies that reach such a high level of dominance, things don't change. That's just the way it is. Number two, the way software development is done these days, JavaScript is a fairly modern programming language. It has its warts, but with ES6 especially, which is the later version of JavaScript that came out, I think it's 2015, if I recall. Anyhow, I don't see any huge advantages that another language could bring to the table unless the whole software development paradigm changes for some reason, which I don't see. So typically, I learned this from one of my uncles, typically for technology, a new technology to replace an old technology, this new technology has to be like many folds better. Why? Because it has to be so much better, that it has to be so compelling to want to switch. It can't just have a 10% better or 20% better. It has to be really, really good, especially when you have a technology like JavaScript that's so dominant. So yeah, I can't, unless the whole programming paradigm shifts to something else outside of the way JavaScript operates. You know, it's kind of OO and it's object based, et cetera, et cetera. I just don't see it, right? I don't see how a new language could be so much better. And don't forget, they could always update JavaScript as well. And the final reason is that, and I hinted at it in number two, the technology has stabilized. The whole web and software development technology is pretty stable now. And because it's stable, I don't see how anything could replace the dominant players. This just doesn't apply to JavaScript as well. I don't think Java will be replaced anytime soon. JavaScript, Python, C#, all the top guys out there. Not going to happen. Yeah, it'll ebb and flow in terms of popularity, but you know, all these top 10 technologies, languages, they've been around for so long. They're so dominant in the space. I just can't see them being replaced. So that all being said, if you know my material and what I teach and my philosophy here, well, anybody with 5 years or more experience in development will tell you this. Once you know one of the modern programming languages, for you to shift to another is non-trivial. So it doesn't really matter if JavaScript gets replaced or not. If you know JavaScript and for some reason I'm wrong and it gets replaced in 5 years or 10 years, which won't happen. But if it did, you could easily pivot to the new one. It won't be such a big deal. So it's nothing to worry about. One of the myths out there in YouTube coder land is that somehow you're going to learn the wrong language. It's not possible. Because even if you can't find work in a particular language that you've learned, once you learn programming, it's like learning how to play one type of guitar. You know, if you learn to play on a Gibson, I don't know, to move over to a Stratocaster or something, it's not like, oh no, I got to learn it all over again. It's no big deal. So there you go. Yeah. I would agree. Randolph Schwerner. Randolph, he puts it right succinctly here. JS is safe as FU. There's no question about that. Evo AI will destroy JS in 13 years. 13.69 years to be precise. But yeah, let me go up. Thanks everybody joining the stream. By the way, if you can give me some thumbs there. So the Google algorithms, speaking of AI, the Google algorithm knows that you appreciate the stream, so we can get the word out. So yeah, give me some thumbs. I would much appreciate that. If you hate me, give me 2 thumbs down. If you like me, give me 1 thumbs up. Yeah, so there we go. We got that covered. That's cool. Let's go to some comments. Let's go up. Oh, by the way, just so you know, we have a Discord, and I invite you to over 2,500 members. Link is below. Here's the link in the chat. You'll see it in the chat, or you can go below the video. You can find the link. I would invite you to check that out as well. We got 2 cameras going here. So we got camera number 2 right here, and we got camera number 1 over here. So trying to spice up the whole game a little bit. And yeah, if we go here and see, we got the Discord here. Somebody just joined a few minutes ago. So join the Discord and then go to the lounge and say, hey, how you doing? You know, introduce yourself, you know. I invite you to do that. Good group. You can meet people. You can collab with people. There's people of all levels, total beginners, advanced people. So it's kind of a good group. All right. So yeah, you got, let Gabe equal true. Yeah, let Gabe. You beat me to my joke. So how to turn off slow mode messages every 20. I do that to protect myself because I had people flooding the stream with questions. So you're going to have to be patient. Okay, it's working. Sounds good. Everything looks good. All right, Andy. Thanks for joining. By the way, if you don't mind, if you're new, indicate where you are from. Say, greetings from Chicago. Greetings from the Philippines. Greetings from Istanbul. Whatever. Short answer, yes. Greetings from the UK, and thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Welcome to stream. This is the official channel salute. I stole this, borrowed it from Star Trek, rather. I don't say live long and prosper. I say code long and prosper. So code long and prosper. People know you can't get a job working for me unless you can do this instantly. It's got to be very relaxed like this. You know, and senior developers have to be able to do it with two hands. Anyway, how much knowledge in Docker and Kubernetes does developers have to know? They don't have to know any knowledge necessarily. It depends on where you're working. If your job is using Docker, then maybe you have to learn it. If they're not using it, then you don't have to learn it. You know, JavaScript is taking over the world. It already took it over. The war is lost. Stefan, thanks for your commitment to us random kids. No problem. I enjoy what I do. For me, it's as much a hobby as anything else. TypeScript pretty well is JavaScript. Yeah, pretty much. It's a strongly typed. I looked at TypeScript a while back, so I know. Ah, yes, the Honorable Mr. Mishuk. What Crackalakin people? What's Crackalakin people? Sure, by jQuery. Yeah. Well, that's what happened. Hey, it's a good point. Nostalgia. Back in the day when jQuery was huge, everybody was saying, JS is dead, vanilla JS is dead, jQuery is the future. And I think it was always one of the few voices say, well, no, vanilla languages like JS is never going to go away. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Again, doesn't matter. Okay, we had a couple people join. That's cool. Just checking the Discord. What about supersets? Are you talking like when you're lifting weights? TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. Oh, that type of superset. So it is basically JS with some extra functionality. Yeah, I remember looking at it. It's, you know, if you know JavaScript, you can learn JS fairly easily, a couple of days. Strongly typed. TypeScript is used in very large projects on the server only, I think. So JavaScript is getting more and more usable. Client-side, server-side, native mobile, and desktop apps. But can someone with knowledge of just JavaScript be called a software dev? If you can produce software, if you can actually write software. I know some people who are fantastic programmers and all they do is C, or fantastic developers and all they do is C++, because that's what they like, you know. Flow and control. Okay, here we go. Can JavaScript play Laravel's role in maintaining database connection? Can JavaScript play Laravel's role? I'm not sure what you mean there. Laravel is, people don't know, is a server-side PHP web framework. So to work with Laravel, you work with PHP, generally speaking. So I'm not sure what you mean, JavaScript play Laravel's role. Or can it replace Laravel? You have to have some sort of server connection. The only way you would replace Laravel is you would have to use some server-side JavaScript if you want to use JavaScript. So you'd node with, Express or something. Yeah. Steph, what is your morning routine and daily? What is my morning routine and daily? My morning routine and daily, I walk. I try to go out and I take a long walk. I try to get in, not every day I get it. I try to get in 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day of walking for health purposes. Also, I like to go out there and just clear my mind. I used to go out to this place and get a coffee and a bagel, but my coffee is really giving me bad, it has been for a while now, gastric reflux. Me and coffee don't agree with each other anymore. So no more coffee for me. So I go out, I go for a walk. I may walk for half an hour, I may walk for an hour. I used to get a coffee or a bagel. Now I walk, I get maybe some coconut water, I come home. And then what I do is I look at my to-do list. I always get a big to-do list right here. And I start going through things. I check my emails, make sure there's nothing critical happening. See if any of the developers are sending me any requests about things. And that's it. And then I go on with my day. That's pretty much it. Although, as I mentioned in a few videos, I've been dealing with the symptoms of long COVID. Not the most pleasant, so it makes me kind of bagged out and tired. So bagged out means tired. So I've been a little bit tired, but I just ate some Portuguese chicken fries with lots of salt and salad, and it supercharged me. So I'm doing this stream with a little bit of energy today. So that's my morning. But once I get over this COVID thing, I plan to integrate some weight training back into my health regime, because health before wealth. If you're sick and rich, life sucks. You want to be healthy. Rather be healthy and poor than rich and sick, personally. Better to be rich and healthy, but, Greetings from Missouri. Hey, greetings. Thanks for joining the stream. I gave it 2 thumbs up. No! Slow motor's on. Too many people. No, I would get a guy, James, who would just spam, like bing, 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 and just fill up the chat with. So a slow mo keeps it calm, a lot easier to manage people. So is it going to be replaced? No, it will not be replaced. It will not be replaced. No chance. 2 a.m. 2 cam setup is cool. I appreciate that. It looked like post-production rather than live. Nice effect. I appreciate that. Well, I'm working on it. I got 2 pretty good cameras here. So it makes it easier. I've been doing this, it only took me 2,000 videos to figure out how to shoot decent video. JavaScript is going to die just like they talk about PHP. Laugh out loud. Yeah, pretty much. So this is camera 2. Camera number 2. This camera has better bokeh. Bokeh is basically blurring things out like this. All right, it's pretty good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got 2 Canon cinema cameras. So, hey, Stef, I need your opinions. Which is a solid career choice, being mostly front-end developer, knowing PHP a little, or vice versa? I would learn front and a little PHP just to broaden your opportunities. By learning PHP, you will learn a bit about the full stack. You'll be able to do backend development and front end, would just open up a huge range of job opportunities. So I would do that. If you haven't done it yet, you can even do my mentoring program, or you could do my complete web dev course. It's very cheap now. And it will give you an introduction to all that stuff. It just gives you flexibility in the marketplace. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have been doing full-time dev work for 2 years. At 50/50 C++ and Vue.js. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's an interesting combo. Any advice for switching to a real software job? I don't know. What do you mean by real? Depends what you don't like the type of work that you're doing. Are you programming full time? I would, at this point, you know how to code clearly. I would just explore different types of development. See, maybe you might want to do more mobile development. Learn that. Do a couple freelance projects here and there, and then you, on the strength of that and your 2 years experience, you should be able to land a job pretty easily. The key to the software world, whether you're doing front end, back end, full stack, whether you're doing whatever, C++ or JavaScript, anything. Experience is everything. Experience is everything. Experience is everything. You want to get your foot in the door as quickly as possible. That's how you're going to raise your game, raise your value and your salary, and land jobs easy. Once you get past that hump of a year, year and a half, 2 years of experience, then the world is open to you in terms of jobs. So, wouldn't worry about that. Should we be using jQuery, or is it better to just learn vanilla JS? You got to learn vanilla JS, no question. I don't have anything against jQuery personally. I know some people do, but I don't. But you can still got to learn your vanilla JS. Greetings from the planet Earth. Greetings. Welcome. Greetings from Dallas. Very good. Thank you. Greetings from Naples, Florida. Very cool. I should be heading down to Florida in a few months. Greetings from Morocco. And thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Musmi Farouk. Houston. So I thought it was about messages coming to me. No. The slow-mo is just a chat. Greetings from Denver, Colorado. Very cool. Seattle. I will never be able to work for you. Now you got to do this. That's key. Hello from Owensboro, KY. I think that's Kentucky, right? My apologies. I'm up in Canada. Astro looks like it could be the final JS tool to rule them all. It looks truly awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Node is crap. Yeah, people love it or hate it, Greetings from Nigeria. Greetings. Welcome to the stream. That's what's cool about this whole streaming and this interweb stuff. They get to speak to people and chat with people all over the world. It's very cool. First live, greetings from Belgium. Hey, welcome to the stream. Bonjour. J'espère que tout ça va bien avec toi. What do you think of Svelte? I've heard of it. I may have looked at it a long time ago. I don't have an opinion. Sorry. Originally from Fort Pierce, Florida, on the Indian River Lagoon. Very cool. Fort Pierce, never been there. Yeah, I go down to Florida often enough. East Coast, Fort Lauderdale by the sea, Miami. I used to go to Sobe, but that's a bit too wild now for me. And I have friends in Boca. Friends have places in Palm. I don't know. I like Florida. Any tips for visual learners or a blueprint for memorization stuff in a coding journey? Yes. Write code as often as possible. That's the key. You don't want to get caught in theoretical journeys. Every day, discipline yourself to at least try to write code for 20 minutes. As you write code, you will commit all that stuff to memory. The more you write code, the faster you commit to memory, because you're going to be activating multiple senses. Your eyes, when you're tapping on the keyboard, you'll be activating the tactile senses. And you also hear the keyboard, click, click, clack. That also activates the auditory. The more senses you can activate when you're involved in a particular task, the more quickly your brain's going to divert energy into understanding and memorization. So that is my advice. Hey Stef, I was just listening to one of your old lives from a year ago. One of my questions popped up there, and now you're live. Yeah, so you guys know I'm making a sincere attempt to the live. I used to do them all the time. And we got, a decent audience, 100 people. We used to have like 250, 300 people all the time, but that's because I was all over the place. So I'm trying to do lives now at 8 p.m. I'll try 4 days to 5 days a week. 8 p.m. New York time, maybe 8:15, 8:20, 8:05, but figure around that time. I did a poll, and by far the strong group of people, the majority, I guess, they were for this time frame. So you know, you can hop on around 8 o'clock. I will be here. All right. Welcome to the stream, Developer Ninja. All right. Double guns. Very cool. We need web browsers to support TypeScript natively. Yeah, well, see, here's the problem with that. Let's say one of the web browsers decides to do that. And let's say they all decide to do that. How long is it going to take for everybody to update their web browsers with the new version so that they can run TypeScript? That's always been the problem with the web technologies. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody. As I say, if you like the stream, give me a thumbs up. If you hate me, give me 2 thumbs down. If you, anyway, I'll stop there. I applied for a Ruby job today. It's the only job I meet the requirements for. I have experience in Windows XP, floppy disk, and have used Scratch. That's a pretty good Ruby burn. That's worthy of double guns. That's a good Ruby burn right there. Which course or package on Studioweb do you recommend for someone whom is finishing up CSS3? I need 2 choices. Thank you, Stefan. Well, I would jump, I assume you've done the HTML5, I would get into some JavaScript. And if you want to continue the web stack, I would do the PHP. Yeah, there you go. What's kind of hidden in my freelancer course is you learn how to manage projects in there. You learn how I have a project management template. So you learn how to bid on projects. You learn how to manage them successfully, and you learn how to structure them. Some people have said, I've had several people tell me, just by looking at that time tracking management spreadsheet that I provide, the template with all the columns and so forth, they learn a lot about web development just by checking that out. So you may want to check out the freelance course. Hey, Kevin from Florida. How are you, man? Are you working? Are you working now? It was raining before. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Meteorologists trying to keep the rain chances between 50 and 80. When we get back then. Next week will be our 15th week with these percentages. I have not been able to work much. Oh, geez. Not there. Kevin, I believe, or recall, he works with the bus systems, the public transit systems in Florida. Don't Microsoft browser supports TypeScript natively? The new one, Edge, it might. I don't know, but who cares? Very few people use it. So I assume your age is over 60 years. Well, 165, mostly. 169 years. I got to remember my jokes. Are you still write complex code? I think you have a big dev team, right? I have not coded professionally in a while. That's years, but I have people working for me, and occasionally I'll jump into code. Occasionally, if there's a real tough problem architecturally or some bug, I may have to jump in, but that's occasional now. My lead guy now, he's great, so that's good. He's been with me 5 years now. Man, time flies. Yeah, coffee gives me really bad reflux too. I always pinned it to booze the night before. I always pinned it on the night. I always pinned it on the booze the night before. Yeah, Owen, there you go. Yeah, I like coffee, but it gives me bad reflux. I was able to really take care of it by cutting out the coffee, but then drinking a glass of water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Drink that every day, and it really stopped it. And I stopped drinking coffee for about 2 months. Then I was able to start up again, and about 2-3 weeks in starting up again, just a couple of days, then it came back again. So I'm gonna have to go off of coffee for a long time. Yeah, but I hear you, man. Nice to see you all. Like the stream if you love learning cool stuff. I appreciate that, Andy. Yeah. All right, decent group tonight, 132 people. Appreciate the thumbs, everybody. It's good for the Google algorithms. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. You have me here. Yeah. So we'll see what's going on here. If you don't know, my name is Stef. Some people call me Uncle Stef. Some people call me the 169-year-old developer. And my ex-girlfriends call me other names too, but we don't get into that. Hello from Ohio. Hey, hello. Welcome to the stream. Uncle Stef, what do you think of using Next.js for backend infrastructure? Hold on. I have a business idea and would like to facilitate as much as possible by deploying to the edge with Vercel. I have not used Next.js. I would dabble with it and see if it works for you and take it from there. When it comes to new business ideas and new application development, don't get too caught up in trying to write the best code. You just want to get the proof of concept out the door. As I say, for your first iteration, your first version of any piece of software, if it's just a proof of concept software, you want to go quick and dirty with that one. Quick and dirty. Get it out quick, because I can guarantee you that the business model and the use case model will change and shift when you actually have people using it. So I wouldn't get too caught up in that. My criteria for Next.js, will it get me there quick? That's my criteria for version 1, because you can always swap out the entire tech stack if your application starts going well. I'll give you a big example. Mac OS up to version 9 was, I think it was Pascal-based software. And then Steve Jobs said, well, we can't use this old code base anymore. It just doesn't work with modern computers. So they switched over to something based on FreeBSD. So they scrapped their entire code base for the operating system, which was once upon a time crucial to Apple. Well, it still is, I guess. And but it's still Mac OS, right? It's still Mac OS. So there's a classic example of, the code doesn't necessarily define the success of the business. So anyway, back to your question. Choose Next.js if you feel that it's going to facilitate the speed of development for this version of your software. Okay. What do you think about Svelte and SQLite? I wouldn't use SQLite personally, because I would just use a full database. I haven't looked at SQLite in a long time. Like, why not just use MariaDB or Postgre or something? Why not use a full-fledged database? The live stream streak continues. It does. Click that thumbs up and show good support for Stefan. I appreciate that. What's going on here? All right, good. Yeah, let me continue here. I went to college and learned Java just to become a full-time Go dev. Oh, there you go. So, did you get a job as a full-time Go dev? Let us know. What's the difference between me and JavaScript? JavaScript won't be replaced, but my wife replaced me. Whoa! There you go. Hello from Iran. Was just training with Django. Hey, very cool. Welcome to the stream, man. Okay, camera guy, what should I buy to be at least respected on video chat? My laptop Legion 5 is caca. I don't know. You could use any what do you call webcam, or if you got a way of connecting your smartphone to your computer, then use that, because these cameras are usually really good. Any modern smartphone. If you want to really go crazy with the cameras, what would be a good one? I'll show you one. Hold on. I got a spare. All right. So you can get this. This will up your camera game. It's we're gonna get in focus here. No, I guess not. This is the Canon EOS R. It's a full frame camera, and it's like $1,200 Canadian, 900 US, $999. It will give you a super nice image, nice blurry background if you want to go crazy. Here we go. This one does it. Yeah, Canon EOS R. Yeah, this is what I would recommend. Anyway, That's my recommendation. But a webcam would be fine too. I have graduated in commerce. Can I go into coding? If yes, what should I do? Of course you can. You got a degree, that's cool. I always recommend learning the web stack. Why? Because it gives you the widest range of job and coding opportunities. I'm going to be self-promoting shamelessly here. You can check out my programs below. I'm sure people will attest to them. Decent group tonight, 143. Hey, I appreciate the thumbs up if you like the stream. Give me 2 thumbs down if you hate the stream. And yeah. Hey, bonjour. J'espère que tout ça va bien. Greetings from Indonesia. Glad can catch up with your live streams today. 8:40 a.m. here, by the way. Very cool. Well, welcome back. I know they're old timers when they give me the old Code Long and Prosper salute. How long PHP will be alive before being either replaced by Laravel flavor or terminated out of existence? Well, Laravel is not PHP. Laravel is a framework built with PHP. And I heard somebody say that there's a rumor that they might port Laravel to JavaScript. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard somebody say that once, but I somehow doubt it. Now, I don't think PHP would be terminated because you actually look in terms of usage. PHP is the most widely used server-side programming language out there. It's largely because of WordPress and Drupal and stuff, but it's just so, it's one of those technologies that are so entrenched. I don't see it being replaced anytime soon. Looks like C300S camera cam. Yeah. This is actually, I used to have the C300 Mark III, but I didn't need all that huge body. So I got the C70 here. This is the C70. Oh, this here. And the one beside it, camera 2, is the USR5C. Good eye. TL, Stef from Los Angeles would love to see you bust some chops on the kit someday. Yeah, I sold my kit because I moved into a place where I don't think my fellow condo owners would enjoy me playing the drums here. But I might get myself a place down in Florida just so I can play drums down there. Yeah. Wow, Zambia, very cool. Greetings. Hey. Got a super chat. Let's see what I always got to give some super chat love here. Hold on, I go down. If you are considering one of Stef's courses, do it. Oh, wow, okay, I appreciate that. I've used many courses, but no teachers are as good as Stef and affordable. No, this is not an ad. I appreciate it. Well, thanks for the super chat, too. All right, we'll go back up. Hold on. How are we doing for time? Okay, good. Time flies, man, fast. You can find actually me playing a little bit of drums on Instagram, my Instagram. Nothing major, you know. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. Did you watch the HBO comedy series Silicon Valley? It's pretty nice. I haven't seen it yet. I don't watch too much TV, but I heard about the new House of Dragons there, the new Game of Thrones. It's supposed to be, at least the first one I hear is good. I don't know. I haven't seen it. If anybody's seen it. And also, Amazon has the new Lord of the Rings prequel series. Apparently, they're spending more money on that than any other series in history. I think they're spending like $1 billion on that series. So it better be good. Thanks for your replies, Chile. Greetings from Chile. Hey, greetings. Nice video image. Step up your cinematography is a simple trick. A simple trick is look up shooting shadow side. Indeed, yeah. Well, yeah, what I discovered in cinematography after spending too much money on cameras, greetings, is lighting is everything. Lighting is everything. Best programming language for unit testing. Don't you have to program your unit tests in the language what you're programming in? A word about unit testing. Don't unit test, in my opinion, any first version of your software. Only unit test once the use case is solid. Then you start implementing your unit test. Hey there from Central Coast of CA. Love your vids. Thank you so much. Hey, thanks, Stephen. Thanks for joining. California. Hey, Rob Burns. Stopping in to say hi and give a big thumbs up. Hey, thumbs up. Appreciate it. Hope everything is well with you. How long is normal when looking for a first developer job? HTML, CSS, JS, React. Depends. I've seen people, you may have to interview for 10, 20 jobs before you get one. When you do interview, and if you don't get it, find out why. Call, hey, why didn't you hire me? And see what they say. Most people will give you some honest feedback. And every time you interview, you learn more. So don't worry about going to interviews and not making it. No big deal. There's many job opportunities. Greetings from Argentina. Greetings from Montreal, Quebec. Hi, Steve. I'm new to programming and working with you soon. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. As an independent developer, did you typically choose your own stack, or were you often required to use a particular stack or technology that the client desired? Depending on the job. If the client already had an investment in a technology, then I had to use their stack. They were loath to change. So they were invested in Java. There's no way I could get them off of Java unless it had to be some special reason. But if you're going in there and developing something new from scratch, then you have a lot more power there. But a smart business owner will ask you, well, how popular is this technology? How difficult will it be for me to replace you? Those are all relevant questions, Okay, I think I answered you. You need a keyboard, Mike. I am from Ethiopia. Very cool. Very cool. Stefan Meshik, where would you put Lizard Wizard if you were learning today? Foundations, I found it very valuable. The book recommended was great too. Great, you like Lizard Wizard. In case you guys don't know, Lizard Wizard is my course on the 2 operating systems of the brain. It's very, very, very practical. You understand how your brain works. Once you understand how the brain works, then you can do a lot to understand your own behavior and other people's behavior, and it has a lot of impact in terms of learning to code, coding, everything. Actually, good question. Where do I put Lizard Wizard? Now in my mentoring program, links below, it's the first thing I have them do now. Instead of getting into web foundations in HTML and JavaScript, I have them do Lizard Wizard, which gives them a nice foundation to tackle the rest of the program much more easily. Good question. Is somebody else switching the cameras for you? No. It's done automatically. So I have it's on a script right now, and it's set to change. There it goes. I can override it too if I want, but I don't have total control, but it's pretty good control. Angelica, hey, she's back. How are you? When you say write code for 20 minutes a day, what exactly? See, that's where the camera switch is a little lame here. What exactly do you mean? Setting HTML, CSS, JavaScript is encoding, right? Actually writing the code. If you're on the CSS, if you're on the HTML portion, for example, write HTML. If you're on the CSS portion, write some CSS, get something to work. JavaScript, get something to work. Basically on the keyboard. You got to write code daily. Even if you're in a phase of your learning where you're doing a lot of theoretical study, I would still take some time and write out some code. That's what I'm talking about. I hope that answers your question. Almost done with Golang. Very cool. Thumbs up. My emoji is not working. All right, cool. I answered you. Yes, you can learn the web stack. Check out some of my courses below. Web front end should be only Markdown exclusively. Our favorite uncle is the world's Uncle Stef. Our favorite uncle in the world, Uncle Stef. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Cool. Bro, web development, which is learn best platform to learn less platform. Which is learn to best platform. Are you saying which platform is best to learn web development? Well, of course, I'm going to say my platform. You know, if that's your question, yeah, check out my stuff. Read anyway, don't take my word for it. Read some of the reviews. Acknowledge me on Bootcamp. I have been eager to sign up for Bootcamp, but the reviews are not good on these Bootcamps. Is it necessary? Yeah, well, a lot of Bootcamps I hear are not good because, anyway, I've been told the story many times, so I don't know how prevalent it is, but a lot of the people who teach the Bootcamps just graduated from the Bootcamp 5 minutes before. So yeah, you got to check that out. Before you go spending all kinds of money on boot camps or spending 4 years in college, again, shameless self-promotion. Check out my mentoring program down below. It's unique out there. It's kind of the best of both worlds. You get the best of distance learning, but you also get the support and the mentoring from me and now other people who are actually pretty experienced, but you always have contact with me. Going to see the Indian River Lagoon again, eh? Okay. Is problem solving help you to be a good web developer? Probably help you. Yeah, well, any type of development is really about problem solving at the end of the day. But don't get caught up in problem solving exercises. Just become a web developer. Just start building things and you'll learn to problem solve there. I've already started learning Python. Should I stick with it or should I start learning JavaScript? If you like it, stick with it. You know, what you learn in Python will be very transferable to JavaScript, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Yeah, Mohammed, just to reiterate, yeah, if you want to problem solving is a part of development, but if you want to problem solve, be a good problem solving as a web developer, just start developing websites and learn to problem solve in that context. Because there are techniques to problem solving as a web developer versus a C++ developer or something. Objects and arrays blew my mind, makes JavaScript much more interesting. Very cool. So you just got to the objects and array sections. Soon to be graduating Flatiron School Software. Learn React, Mern, Raybon, Ruby on Rails. In your experience, what is the job outlook concerning the current financial market? Thanks for your insight. Plenty of jobs in development for foreseeable future for many years, so you'll be fine. All places in Florida you mentioned are right on the Indian River Lagoon. Really? All right. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm not that familiar enough. Is that all part of the intercoastals? Is that it? Good friend of mine, he has a boat, and so once he gets to Florida, well, he lives there full time now. He lives on the intercoastals. Is the bootcamp free? No, it is not free. I gotta pay for my time. Twice caffeine amount, no jitters. Guaya USA tea. There you go. I think caffeine is not what I'm looking for, man. Lafala, all your ex are still alive. Whoa. Greetings from Abuja, Nigeria. Greetings. Thanks for joining the stream. Shout out from Houston. Another cloudy day. Very cool. Hey, Roberto, how are you? My good friend Roberto has joined the stream. How long React.js will last? It will last 69 years, 67 years. It's going to last a long time. You'll be fine. Quickie, like one. Oh, whoa. Can I develop software? Can I develop software if I'm in school for web dev? Why not? Start developing software on the side. Will Angular catch up to the growth React has gotten to, or will React phase Angular out? Oh, I don't know. I haven't been looking at the latest statistics. I couldn't say. If Angular is phased out by React, it's going to be a slow process, that's for sure. People say Node.js is a virus. I don't know if this is true. Let's go. I've used, well, I got to read this promotion. I got to read this. If anyone's considering one of Stef's courses, do it. I've used many different courses like Udemy, but no teachers are as good as Uncle Stef. I read this one. Thanks. Live and prosper, Stef. I appreciate that, Manuel. I can't afford to pay much, personally looking for free bread. There's plenty of opportunity. If you look at my YouTube videos, you can learn a lot by watching them. Hi, Uncle Stef from the Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast. Sylvain, welcome. What do you think about MySQL? I use it all the time. Why not? It works. It works. All right, favorite and best JS framework. Me? I don't have one. I don't have one. Can we make a connection between JavaScript and MySQL? You would have to use, do it through server side, right? So you'd have to use Node, maybe Express or something. Respect for answering all questions at every level. Amaze. I don't get them all. I miss a few every now and then. Good morning. Is Angular bad compared to React? I haven't looked at Angular. I think they're on Angular 3s last time I looked at it. I think Angular is heavier, meaning a little bit more difficult to learn. Big companies will use Angular, more or less. Look at the job market. Stefan, after 4 years of building my own apps and freelance app, I'm applying to jobs and getting offers around the 170K range. Hey, cool. Congrats, man. Double guns. Thanks, Stefan, for all the guidance when I was just starting. Cool. Very good. Congratulations. Good job. Now what you got to do, Ari, is don't buy yourself any Porsches or BMWs, anything silly like that. What you do now is you still live like you're a student, low-key, and you invest that money into index funds like a mad dog for the next few years, maybe up your spending just a little bit. And if you do that, you'll be in a fantastic position, so you won't have to worry about money ever. So that's my advice to you. Good job, by the way. Good job. Greetings from the UK. Hey, how are you, man? Been watching for years. First time I caught you live. Your advice on FU money is a game changer mentally. Thank you. Very good. I'm glad I could help you, Roy. Fantastic. Where in the UK are you? I've been there. And London. I've been to London. Like London. Good place. Also, where else did I go? Dungannon in Ireland. Some other places too. Sir, is PHP MySQL a good combination? Well, it's the classic combination. Works well. There's even a library in PHP called MySQLi. It's, very, very solid combination. The answer is, if you want to replace it, you can do it now, and it will become easier and easier to replace it. PHP is kind of dead already. I don't know where you got that. Go look at the stats. Hey, Stef. So I have a culture fit interview Friday for a Ruby on Rails job. This guy's trolling me here. It will be my first job. I'm excited. He's not trolling me. Okay, good. I have a Ruby joke, so don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm curious, though, will it hinder my future prospect for jobs with other techs? I'm not sure if that's a joke or not. It won't hinder your job prospects. Don't worry about it. Hey, Steph, what do you think about Linux? Pretty cool. I haven't used Linux in years, but it's cool. Why would anyone buy a MacBook for web development while there are much more low-cost Linux machine alternatives for desktops? Personal choice. Some people like this, some people like that, you know. It's all good. to whomever needs a webcam, number one, by far, good lighting. Stef has a link to Godox in the chat. Number two, Logitech C910 is a decent, cheap webcam, 80-ish. Yeah, that's a good advice. I agree. We'll double highlight that one. We got the super chat. Morning. Morning. I hope everything is well. Pedro. The only thing I see is people using Blade for WordPress or other PHP projects. Depends. I know some people use PHP in some pretty big projects. Do you think web dev is oversaturated? No. If not, do you think it will be in the next 5 to 10 years? I don't know about 10 years from now. Definitely not in the next 5 years. If it does, you just pivot to something else. But I actually think that web stack is actually going to increase in popularity over time. I think it's going to be used more and more and more and more, because the limitations that the web stack had or has, if there's any now still, they're being diminished on a regular basis. So no, I think web stack is a good place to be in. All right, guys. It's great. Thanks for the tip. I will watch the Lord of the Rings series. Thanks, Stefan. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we'll soon find out. I think it's September 2 or something. All right. I know I got a lot of questions, but sorry. It's 1 hour. I'm losing my voice. I can't do it. So I will let you guys go. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for joining the stream. Cheers. Code long and prosper. Leave me a like if you hadn't already. And tomorrow again at 8 o'clock, might be 8:10, might be 8:15, 8:05. We'll be streaming again. I'll answer those questions tomorrow. So I'll leave you with my ASMR video. Let me just pause it. Here we go. We'll talk soon.